I don't know if Danny is down for a 30-minute video, but it's a 30-minute video dogging on DAX. Chat, what do we think? What do we think? What do we think, chat? What do we think? Do we lock in, chat? Hold on, chat. Do we lock in? Hey, YouTube? Maybe?
You're in pain. I can tell by what you're saying.
DAX, listen to me.
Okay, bro. We need longer reacts. No, facts, though. Facts.
I'm here from the future. I'm here to warn you that if the music doesn't get any better, you're gonna appear in CDTV Productions video series Worst Rappers in the Game. DAX, please stop. It's embarrassing. No, not more. Less. DAX. DAX. DAX.
Corny.
They said DAX. Wait. I know this is not the nigga that's making the video clowning DAX when he started off doing a fucking duet. Do you understand? Anybody who attaches themselves to that DAX duet is now considered a certified burger man. You deadass just did it to yourself. So everything that you say in this video might be irrelevant now. Real shit.
Goofball. Scammer. Janitor.
Damn!
These are just some words.
I called him a goofball, a scammer, and a janitor. On God, I've never said any of those things to this thing. Danny, you literally did a duet with Dax and you said you was a whopper? Prove it. Prove that shit good.
Have been used by others to describe the Dax Man. He is a rapper that at this point has been around for quite a long time, and he has managed exceptionally well to stay relevant over the years. A big part of—
Danny, this is my 4th time trying to get you to read my chat. You are my favorite streamer and content creator by far, and your streams help me cope with the depression today. Thank you so much for that fucking, bro. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you.
Due to his dedication towards just clapping the algorithm's cheeks. I first heard of this guy in like 2017, 2018, and he is still putting up numbers every time that he drops something.
No, but dead ass, like, why the fuck are there so many fucking burgers in the world? Why the fuck are there so many burgers in the world? What the fuck is this?
But is the music actually any good? Well, today, worst rappers in the game, question mark.
Everybody say hi, YouTube. Everybody say hi, YouTube right now. Everybody say hi, YouTube right now. Hey, YouTube. Lock in, chat.
Returns, and I'm going to be answering that question.
No, because chat, I really feel like we need to do a deep dive of fucking Dax, bro. We need to figure out why the fuck he is, why he is the way he is.
A solid opinion on his music. I listened to Tupac Reincarnation Volume 2 as told by Dax. It's a Tupac remix tape. It's different now. I'll say it for you. Pain paints paintings. What is life? And from a man's perspective.
Why the fuck do you know all of that off of rip? Why do you know all of that off rip?
Along with numerous singles and remixes that he's done over the years.
It took a long time.
So with that being said, this is CDTV Productions, and let's see.
Alright, chat, I'm gonna make sure I don't pause, chat. Like, on God, we need to get through this. Like, we have things to do this stream. Like, we have to get through this. For sure. 1.5 times speed. Wait, chat, do I 1.5 it? Danny put this. Okay, alright, chat. Okay, I'll put the playback speed, man. I'll put the playback speed. How the fuck do I do that? Speed, chat like that? Yes? Okay.
You guys familiar with the concept of flanderization? It's defined by TV tropes as the act of taking a single action or trait of a character within a work, and a delivery is more reserved, less confident. That's just kind of natural earlier on when you're trying to find your voice. But on his 2018 mixtape of Tupac remix songs, I feel like he finally sounded pretty smooth as a rapper. Now, his singing moments on that tape are pretty dreadful.
When did he make this song? When did he make this song? Oh God! Wait. I've never figured. When did he make this song? When did he make this song?
No, his singing moments on that tape are pretty dreadful.
Oh yeah. No, on God, chat. Somebody clip this so we can figure out what fucking music video that is, bro. What the fuck? Oh yeah. The fuck?
Well, let's stay on topic with the rapping voice for now. That was Dax then, but Dax now, to put it pretty simply, often raps like a cartoon character. Even though we all know I'm one of the best of all time. I mean, compare one of his earliest remixes of Tupac's California Love.
Oh yeah.
Like his Forgot About Dre remix.
Ass. This song was ass too.
Obviously, over time, your delivery is going to become more defined, and you're going to zone in a little bit more on what works, perhaps even what grabs the most attention. But my God, are the over-the-top vocals so terrible?
On God, watching this in 1.5 speed is the funniest shit, my nigga, bro. On God.
It's like a parody of himself now, if that's even possible. Hey, is this the DAX Song Factory?
Yeah, what do you need?
You guys got any good rapping with nice cadences?
Best we can do is maniacal yelling.
Oh, great.
Damn.
I love slop.
It said slop.
But let's step away from the rappity rap for a minute. I was really surprised at how much of Dax's albums are melodically focused. And this can be a bit back and forth between albums. His 2018 project, It's Different Now, is far from perfect with the vocals, but it does have a few songs that are pretty...
That's one thing we haven't done. Like, we've reacted to a lot of his music videos, but we never did like a deep dive on like on the songs that he hasn't made music videos to. So that probably gets even worse. On God. Can't, like, chat, imagine us deep diving on the songs that we've never seen a music video to. They gotta be worse, right?
Honestly, not bad. By contrast, his next project in 2020, I'll Say It For You, is mostly a disaster melodically. Tracks that are supposed to be super emotional turn into unintentional comedy because of the delivery.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, now I'm looking like a fool.
Some of them just sound grating.
Hold on, bro.
And then there's one song where he just straight up rips off Rod Wave style. It's so blatant.
I sit and cry in my room, my heart's been broken, suffocate, like I'm choking. How'd you do this?
This is trying to jog everybody. They even try to jog off of Rod Wave. He tried rock. He tried country. He tried fast rap. Why? When are you going to find your own lane? It really gets to a point, man.
Luckily, Pain Paints Paintings, proper Realize, Real Lies title that, tones things back down a bit and is probably overall the melodically smoothest album from Dax.
I ain't weak, I don't break, so I'm working through the weekends. I need to get us every crib for my achievements.
Good? Not necessarily, but
good.
Even the rapping is a bit less ridiculous here. Battles with Faith is a good example of a song with a good singing hook in my opinion and pretty smooth rapping during the verses. It also has like
not everyone can be Eminem, bro.
fast
Pick a
harmonized
style,
rapping sound to it.
facts.
I enjoy it. The significant weak points are that awful propaganda hook, his first Tom McDonald collab by the way because he has no standards.
On God, that
and the
propaganda song was
PTSD.
butt too. Chat, what's the worst Dax song? Oh God.
Why is he laughing? He's been talking. Says get up, I hear that's calling. I stood up and started walking.
Speaking of no standards, did I mention that his
Joker?
next two
Yeah,
projects
Joker's
start
pretty
leaning
ass.
in more of a country direction? What a coincidence that he only started making these songs when country was popular on the charts once again. Dax would never...
Rage trans, would he?
One of my biggest issues is with the way that Dax lays down his vocals. It's the believability of them. When you're making sad or deep rap songs, something that Dax does quite often because #relatable, your voice is the vessel for
Dax is
communicating that emotion. And with a
sure.
lot of these emotional Dax tracks, I feel like I'm listening to the rap equivalent of an unconvincing actor. Now I'm gonna do something right here that will be a bit of a throwback for some of you watching this.
Dax might as well be an actor. Real shit.
I'm gonna defend Hopsin. Oh, brother. At least an aspect of his music. You can take the Hopsin out of the man, but you can't take the man out of the Hopsin. Anyway, some Dax tracks reminded me of Hopsin a little bit, and that connection made me think,
Damn, bro.
I don't feel like Hopsin's emotion has ever felt super...
But it's crazy though, because I feel like Hopsin is degrees above Dax. Like, the kid doesn't release this much of burger shit. Even though Hopsin is animated, and we're gonna get to Hopsin and see if that is truly a burger, I don't think he's anywhere as near as Dax. Real shit.
performed or for show to me. However misplaced his emotions and anger might be
Degrees
sometimes,
below.
and oftentimes they are, I don't feel like I've ever listened to one of his songs
Hopsin
and
is that
felt
for
like
burger?
he hasn't truly internally meant what he's venting about. With Dax, I do not get that. On tracks such as Dear God and Book of Revelations, the emotions do feel performative.
How the hell does one man have $100 billion and we still have people on the street that are broke? There's a lot of things I want to talk about and get off my chest.
What if we looked for the truth but didn't know where to search? What if the books they said to read have never been your words?
And rap
Yeah,
is
I'm not
a
gonna lie.
performance, but the best rappers
If performative was a rapper, was to describe a rapper, it would be DAX, 100%. This nigga wants to cater to every crowd. Depression, and then he wants to go to religion, and then he wants to go to drinking, and then he wants to go to this. Like, nigga, pick one, bro. You're not going through all of those things, bro. Stop.
are good at making you not notice, making you feel the emotion behind
Grifter
everything.
Burger, yes.
Putting to a lot of people, and I completely get why, but he's levels above DAX in this aspect alone, if you ask me. While I haven't discussed his flow too much, if you haven't watched the recent Worst Rappers in the Game
Bro,
episode,
this always surprises me, bro.
Other than the same rapping style segment now, it's perfectly
Like,
solid
what made
if you
this nigga do this dance, bro?
take it on its own. His delivery is the main thing that's shaky to me, but the actual pattern of his flows are usually well suited to the production that they're on. Pain Paints Paintings is a solid project for his flows too. For a lot of the tracks, I feel like he's hitting solid pockets within the beats.
Listen to Happy Ending by Hobson. Is that a good song?
There's not much that properly blew me away in that regard, but it's probably the least weak aspect of his music. So for the ratings here, I'm gonna go with a 3 out of 10 for Dax's delivery, and a 6 out of 10 for his flows. Like I said, the
6 out
flows
of
really
10
aren't a problem at
delivery?
all, but I mostly do not like his delivery with shaky singing, over-the-top yelling.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, that flow. Okay, flow, maybe 6 out of 10. Delivery is like a fucking 0, real shit. Because the way this nigga enunciates his words, up, down, like, come on, gang. The delivery is absolutely like jokester. Real shit.
And a lack of believability at a lot of points.
If I make a sad song, don't ask me if I'm happy. Fuck a hook, my pain isn't catchy.
Dax is one of those rappers that often gets labeled by his fans as a lyricist, a real rapper. But to me,
Six
he's
is
one of the
generous?
perfect
Nah,
examples
deadass.
of diet lyricism. And even that isn't a good comparison because diet soda is more enjoyable than full sugar, but let me run with this anyway. I've rarely ever listened to a Dax song and felt like there was truly depth to it. A big part of this comes from the fact that Dax feels like an unreliable narrator to me. Maybe it's the unconvincing actor aspect of it all again, but I can't
Unreliable
actually tell
narrator.
if a lot of his tracks about pain and suffering come from a genuine place, or if they're just crafted to be relatable and pop off in the algorithm.
That ass though. I'm gonna lie. This nigga Dax literally makes clickable music. Like, he wants to click on his shit, but at what cost though? You're giving up the you know what I'm saying, the goodness of the song. Like, if you would have just focused on the music at hand, it'd be a completely different artist.
I get it off
Doodle.
my brain. Think I might need help.
Well, I'm ready for you.
Should I drown all these thoughts or should I leave them to float? I got all of my flaws living inside of this boat.
This is a man who stole a
Hell
lyrical
nah.
feature after he died, and then marketed the song he made with the stolen feature
I ain't
as
gonna lie,
a tribute to Lil Peep.
stealing
So you can
Lil
see why I
Peep's
wouldn't
feature is
push past him
crazy.
to make up stuff about his life, to make songs that are more relatable, that he can then tell people to share if you relate. And I'm not saying that none of it is true, but what I am saying is that the writing doesn't do a great job of selling me on it.
The
And when it
CEO
comes to
of
looking
Burger
at the
Music now,
bars,
facts.
the wordplay, there's a lot to be desired here too. I mentioned this in my video about unnecessary rap song remixes, but Dax's remix tracks in particular stand out to me as so unimpressive lyrically, despite trying to appear strong in that regard. So much of it feels like, 1, pick a general topic, let's say the weather, and then 2, play a basic word association
He
game.
said Dax is truly the king of LARPing. He's not trying to be an artist. He want to be famous, and it's obvious. Bro probably sold his soul to be the burger devil already. He said burger devil. Holy shit. Holy shit.
I still rain, storming through every beat. How I thunder and bring the pain. You would think a tornado hit. How I mix it up when I sing.
And then maybe follow that up with financial word association.
Yeah, I invest in myself. My stocks rise and it actually bonds people together. I mutually fund humanity. Bank on DAX, it's tax free to gas me.
And then how about some politics? Everybody loves politics.
This new election got me pondering things inside my mind. I'm thinking President Trump in the
Chat, they always have to. That's one thing though. It's like he always gotta add something within like, you know what I'm saying, the government or what's going on with the president, you know what I'm saying, to really like make up for the song and make people comment and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, he's a political grifting. Yes, that's what he's doing. Yes.
To me, that's not interesting at all because there's not really very many
a
layers
dino
to it, and
burger.
it doesn't really mean all that much. Like, when you really boil it down to his core, he's just using all of these things as a way to talk about how great he is. That's pretty much it. Sure, there's double entendres in there, but they feel super lightweight with clunky execution. Top it
Religious grifting too. No, dead ass though. 100%.
off with absolutely
In my
stupid
opinion,
social
that I
commentary,
think so.
and boom. DAX remix. It's actually exhausting to listen to as someone that really enjoys lyricism. I also take issue with him saying rap used to tell a story and now it's all for the views, when this man is possibly the biggest snake oil salesman for the views that I've seen maybe ever. I have just listened to 9 years of Dax's career condensed into a few weeks, and through that it's been so clear that his only real motive—
this thing did his research. So 9 years of Dax within a small amount of time. This nigga gotta be a burger, and it explains the beginning of this fucking video. The 9 years made that nigga do a Dax duet. Too much listening to Dax can turn you into a burger, my chat. This is diabolical. He said he realized that MAGA weirdos will pay top dollar for anyone that validates their delusion, especially if that person is black, because now their racism is co-signed by the victim of said racism. No, dead ass though, my nigga. Real shit. I ain't gonna lie, you hit that spot on, Marky. Those real shit.
Is to move with whatever topic or sound is trendy at the time to become as rich and successful as he can. In fact, in his music overall, it really bugs me how he presents himself as someone that doesn't care about followers
told me
and
that
social
Dax
media is evil and all that kind of stuff.
And made me listen to it in the car. Sorry, bro.
Don't make these people your idols. Forget about all of the followers. Jesus had 12 disciples.
When everything he drops is so clearly tailored to social media algorithms. No one was making songs about Daniel Bergoli in 2017 for the love of the game. Although ironically that
this nigga made a song about— wait, chat, is Daniel Bergoli the Catch Me Outside girl?
Is kind of one of his catchiest songs, but my point still stands. And then when we get to the more country-focused projects, the topic is usually man. Not even Grant McDonald project.
But how old was she back then though?
Talk this much about man. It's all about the plight of being a man and how those darned women will never understand. And the topic of men's mental health is completely valid, by the way. There are some struggles that are generally a little more unique to men and other struggles that are more unique to women. But Dax's execution of these subjects feels so phony.
Hey, you know who lives in this house? A great big phony! That's right, a phony lives here!
Every topic that could be deep just feels like another way for him to make a marketable track, which, if you can't tell by this point, is one of my biggest issues with his lyrics and content.
When I need space, that's where I go. A place to escape.
And some of the content here is just really funny, like where Dax is talking about this woman who wants a fantasy version of a man that just doesn't exist in the real world. And then the chorus just talks about her wanting a man that's nice to her and is in control of his emotions.
One who opens up the door, holds your hand and still smiles when he feels bad. In control of his emotions, wears his heart on his sleeve, but don't get mad. Yeah, she says she wants a real man, but what she wants is not for real, man.
Damn it.
I can't lie, that bar was ass. That bar was actually ass. Like, I'm not even hating. No, that bar was actually ass.
It's unrealistic female fantasy, wanting men to make them feel nice and comfortable.
The verses dive into some more stuff that actually
his producers are burgers too, not facts.
Toxic, at least from Dax's perspective, but I just think that hook is very funny. He could have put more damning stuff than she wants him to be nice and loving in the chorus. It also just gets a bit dull when the entire album that track is from is basically men have life hard, women make it harder. If you've heard his To Be a Man single, you've basically heard the entire From His Perspective album.
Relationship problems, grifting, chat. Like, damn, bro, he hit every single bit of you know what I'm saying, topic he can reach in rapping. He has reached, chat. But still, all of this never amounted to him winning a Grammy, my nigga. God damn it.
I guess because that song was so huge, he decided to make an entire album centered around its themes. Also, I don't really know where else to talk about this within the video, but there's also a song where Dax suggests that thunder occurs because God is a plot.
Yo, Danny, remember when you paid $50K for a feature from him, gang? Yo, stop lying, man. You finna piss me off.
When he hears Dax's music.
Maybe the thunder is the sound of God clapping when he's banging Dax music on his playlist. I wonder if God cries.
There's moments here and there where some lyrics will pop out to me, but it happens pretty infrequently. One of the only tracks that had a personal that stood out to me was on The Abyss, when he said that his mother crashed on the way to the hospital to give birth to Dax, so that means he was 0 when he first dodged death. Now, I'd be stupid to believe anything that this man says, but at least the bars sound cool, I guess, and
I gotta fry him.
Dear Alcohol also works decently enough lyrically as a simple track about dependency on booze and using it as a way to hide from yourself.
I got wasted because I didn't want to deal with myself tonight.
Standard, but fine for what it is, even if, once again, it's very who can relate with constant social media posts from Dax asking for engagement on the song. He literally made a skit with King Bach for the song. Come on, bro.
I gotta start with a drink. My life been getting sort of crazy. I don't want to.
That actually makes it feel a lot less serious.
I can lie, that's crazy. That is crazy. To do promo with King Batch No hate to King Badge, by the way, chat. He's commented under my videos, and that was actually funny as shit. But to make a video with him with a serious song on your hands just tells you the character within, like, it's crazy, bro. It's actually crazy.
I'm sure it's very helpful for all the recovering alcoholics watching these shorts and TikToks and relating to them to see the Jack Daniels logo directly facing the camera every single time.
My thoughts get drowned until I feel alright. I keep drinking.
Hey, I'm sorry, there's no alcohol in the studio.
Like, are we dead ass though? Like, are we dead ass? We're talking about a serious problem, alcoholism, and this nigga is making a joke out of it, bro. Like, what is on this nigga face, dog? Real shit. He thought that this shit was gonna stand out and change people's lives.
I'm having battles with faith. It's painted right on my face.
Do you want it? Do you want it?
How do you create an anti-drinking song and then have all the promotion for it look like an advertisement for an alcohol brand? Even TikTok's AI summary tool mistook this song as a tribute to Jack Daniels while talking about how great of a drink.
That for sure got a Jack Daniels sponsorship, by the way, and then try to turn it around, chat. They're really trying to turn this around. Like, bro, what?
It is, which is absolutely unhinged. And each post has hashtag Jack Daniels. I've changed my mind. Fuck this song. So yeah, overall, content wants to be deep, but is a shallow puddle in terms of execution. I can't find it in myself to even believe most of the shit that he talks about in his music. It feels like it capitalizes off of relatable struggles rather than truly relaying the pain of them. And when he goes for actual bar-focused tracks, it feels too basic to be enjoyable. A 3 out of 10 for Dax's lyrics. There's an attempt to put a lot of topics into his albums, but they're rarely addressed interestingly. This might be the shortest section in here because for like 90% of Dax's music, I could say
yeah, that's one thing I will say is Dax's beat selection is absolute pissy. Shut that up. Like, who the fuck is choosing this beats? His producers have to be burger-induced.
Beats are unremarkable.
Insane.
That's not entirely a bad thing. They're just absolutely standard for whatever sound he's going for. The melodic rap beats are passable melodic rap beats.
I can't breathe.
The country rap beats are exactly what
What song is this? On God. On God. Me watching this video is literally showing me songs that I have never seen before in my entire life. But y'all should not have had me watch this video because now I'm gonna fry this even more. I can't breathe! Dog, what is that?
Would expect, and boy does that get tiring fast when it becomes more of a focus for Dax.
I was hurting inside, battling with my faith, but God never gave me nothing I can overtake.
The more rappity rap style beats are pretty standard too. Honestly, the best beats that he's ever rapped over are the ones for his Tupac remix tape, but obviously that isn't much of a factor here because that's not production original to his music. In terms of notably good stuff, The Devil's Calling is one that I really enjoyed with a smooth West Coast bounce to it.
It's a bro copying George Floyd.
A Lot at Stake with Snow the Product has a really cool bounce to the drum pattern that's probably one of my favorite songs from this whole experience.
Literally so ass, bro. And that's another thing though. The people that he picks for the features make the song even worse, man. Like, has Dax ever had a W feature? I don't think so. Real shit.
Shout out to Snow the Product, by the way. I've always thought that she's quite underrated. And I really like the vibes of the beats for No Respect.
Wait, chat, who is Snow the Product? Is she a good rapper?
With Futuristic, who has a good feature as well, by the way.
Trippy. Yeah, obviously Trippy, but Trippy's good though.
Nicely.
I turned down the deal cause my homie was getting shelled. I said it on the grade, so I always defend the belt.
And did it first.
Where I'm from, they never did it. I did it first.
Holy shit, I just realized he's constantly shirtless and wearing a tank top because he wants to be Pac. Insanely bad? No, dead ass. Chat, we almost done with the video.
The atmosphere of these beats actually mixes nicely with Dax rapping in a more normal tone. These tracks are pretty solid. Honestly, it's definitely his probably the most enjoyable project in this whole thing because Dax really doesn't try too hard on here and it makes for a decent listen. On the bad side, there's only a few beats that stand out as kind of rough to me, and
I will never forget him cosplaying LeBron. Like that was so disrespectful, bro. Like genuinely, that was so disrespectful.
Even then, none of them are overwhelmingly bad. For example, parts of Dax's Joker track sound exactly like Eminem.
Danny, what would you do if Dax, Tom and Donald, Massa Man, KSI, Hobo Johnson, and Deji made an entire album together?
Kill.
Did you just... That would be the apocalypse. Wait, that would actually be the apocalypse. I think, you know what? That's one thing I have a question. I don't know what I would do. Dax should feature you.
It's lucky you.
Nah, bro. Too popular to me.
I forgot you were fragile. I forgot someone who doesn't even know me told you I'm an asshole.
PTSD has this weird, dramatic NF style beat, which mixes with Dax's vocals horribly.
I believe that this life is by you and whatever you choose is the best.
And
No, on God, chat. We need to do. This is confirmed, chat. This is confirmed. We need to do a Dax album listening party, bro. On God, chat. We need to see what song is truly like what's actually terrible out of all.
Place of Peace was just annoyingly loud to the point that I couldn't focus on anything else.
Bro.
Why are the guitar strings dominating the track like that? Turn the volume way down.
I know the past is keeping us away from
I
happiness,
said, oh
but
God,
I
please.
Those are just a few specific ones, but like I said, my biggest issue overall with Dax's beat selection is
said
just
I
that
might
it's
actually
extremely...
die. Okay, but listen though, listen. Chat, after we do it, we'll probably have like a 10 to 20 minute cleanse, chat. Like we'll do a complete 20-minute hypnosis, chat. Deal? A 20-minute hypnosis after that shit. I think that's what we'll need.
Standard. It's one of the things that makes a short 7-track project like I'll Say It For You an absolute drag to get through. They're not bad beats, but I've heard stuff just like it a million times before. I've got to go for a 5 out of 10 for Dax's beat selection.
40-minute
Nothing too bad, but it's because there's barely any ambition in his choices for beats. He has a stunningly generic ear for production.
I never seen God's eyes, but I seen the devil's. He walks with men on earth.
Enjoyment. Low. This was a tough experience to get through, man. Some of you might think, this one probably wasn't as bad to get through as some of the other rappers in this series, but you would be wrong, my friend. It's Different Now was, I guess, the best project I listened to here. Dax isn't so over the top on this one, and while it doesn't necessarily offer anything special or unique, it's an alright...
It's an enjoyment 0 out of 10. Literally no enjoyment. Literally no enjoyment.
Listen, with production that does the job, and Dax working well enough
documentary,
with it. The second best, and I use best loosely here, was surprisingly the longest project, Pain Paints Paintings. It is too long for what it is, but it doesn't suck. Decent vocals, solid beats, and generally good features, with the exception of the obvious, makes for a relatively nice Dax album.
It's a depression 10 out of 10. Yo, what?
What is Life Next? The album that signaled Dax would start focusing more on country, but didn't fully dive in that direction. It's pretty weak and unremarkable. Then we have I'll Say It For You, a truly boring project, which is impressive considering its 23-minute runtime. The beats are obnoxiously standard, Dax's vocals are annoyingly over the top on several tracks, and all the songs are supposed to be deep, but Dax makes pretty much all of these topics sound bland. And lastly, from a man's perspective, the peak of Dax switching his grift to the country crowd with hard-working man anthems, plenty of talk about how women are the problem, and covering a lot of mental health topics with a lack of depth. Oh yeah, I just realized I completely forgot to rank his Tupac remix tape in here. Honestly, that's probably the best one. Easiest to listen to, nice flows from Dax. There's some singing moments that aren't so great on there, but like generally, it's fairly nice for what it is. It's not
fairly nice for what it is. A fucking album cover with this Dax and Tupac, and this is saying that there's good songs in this bitch. I know you're fucking lying. I know you're lying.
Bad listen at all. That's his best one. It's Different Now second best. Just put the Tupac one at the top of the pile here. As you can tell, it's very, very far from the best experience that I've had listening to music for this series. The music is mostly not nice to listen to in the first place, and it's hard to enjoy when it all feels so fake. Dax comes off as a grade A capitalizer, only concerned with
grade A burger. Shut that shit up. You gotta make the, you know what I'm saying, the adjustment, gang. Like no. Grade A burger, real
doing what will get the most views, and that's why I find it so hard to believe anything that he says. Once again, if this is a man that is willing to essentially steal a Lil Peep feature after his death and make a song...
Danny, what would you do if all music in the world disappears except Dax songs? I'll cut off my ears, real shit.
...with it and market it as a tribute to essentially capitalize off of Lil Peep's death. What other truths will he twist to make songs? Does he actually believe anything he says, or is it all just fabricated?
That's crazy.
And when it comes to the corniness in Dax's music, something that I haven't talked about too much up to this point, yeah, it's really bad, but I also think it's intentional. I think Dax hugely plays it up and essentially acts like a clown because one, it performs pretty well in the algorithm, but maybe even more importantly, number two, I think Dax would rather control the narrative and have people make fun of him for being corny, rather than criticize his actions in real life and behind the scenes, which by all accounts...
Let me know, chat. Do you guys want to do it, or you guys want to do gaming
and a
either.
rumored scammer who treats smaller artists like dirt while taking their money. All in all,
Work on the
this
song?
experience was
Nah, not
rough.
really.
A 2 out of 10 for my enjoyment of Dax's
Yes.
music. It's pretty bad in the first place, but becomes
Okay, bet.
even worse when your phony detectors start going off, crushing his credibility as an artist, if there was any to begin with. So if we add up the scores that Dax got for this episode and then divide them by 5, he gets a final score of 3.8 out of 10.
This nigga gave him a 3.8 out of 10, but holy shit. Oh my god. This nigga just fried this nigga. Me personally, in my opinion, I think this was too generous. Generous. 3.8 out of 10 though is frying this nigga though. If there's anybody that should be mad, no, if there's anybody that Dax should be mad at, is this 100%. This is fucking crazy. Real
spot in the worst rappers in the game ranking, below XXXTentacion and above Ice Spice. It's been a tough few weeks.
Above Ice Spice? Dax being above Ice Spice? I don't know about that game.
Listening to primarily Dax music, and I look forward to swiftly moving on now that this episode is complete.
3.8/infinity.
So now I'll pass the question over to you guys. How do you feel about Dax's music? Let me know down in those comments below, and you can click on the screen right here for the worst rappers in the game playlist if you want to catch up on the series. Thank you so much for watching, and much love to my channel members and Patreon supporters over there, with a special shout out to Henry Flora.
That shit was doo-doo, but chat W reacts, chat W reacts. I'm not gonna lie, chat, I'm not going to lie. This did not feel that bad, considering it was a 30-minute video. Like, we should definitely be playing everything on 1.5 now, chat. Chat, did that feel long? Be honest, chat, did that feel long? That did not feel long at all. Wait, chat, let me see the comments, bro. I love how the title implies all the worst rappers in the game are Dax. Still agree. Dax comes off as the type of guy who wants to pretend to be deep without ever being actually vulnerable or looking into the mirror. Fucking crazy. Wait, hold on, chat. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Someone said, I got a feature from Dax back in 2018 as an 18-year-old at the time. The rumors of him being a scam artist are true. He gave me a watered down verse that didn't fit the song vibe, and it was noticeably a freestyle. I paid him just under 1K for 30 to 40 seconds. My nigga, how do I tell you, my nigga? You just got burger scam, my nigga. You just got. Why in the hell would you pay 1K cash, $1,000, 1,000 schmeckles for a Dax verse in the first place? You deserve that. Real shit. You deserve to get scammed. Real shit. That's insane. Real shit. He said he doesn't do it for the culture. He does it to get famous / money. I honestly wouldn't have minded paying him if he put more effort on the track and tried to match us. Everyone who would listen to that song thinks it's cool but clowns on his verse. I ended up taking the song down to rebrand my music. Honestly, I'm glad I got that experience. Gave me insight on how the game can be. I do music way more casually and for fun now, and don't want fame, but thought I'd contribute to this convo of Dax. Crazy how much stuff about him has came out after we worked together, and it makes me feel crazy for feeling the way I do about him. Fucking crazy, bro. Fucking crazy. I ain't gonna lie. That's a doo-doo butt ass artist. Real shit. The cringiest thing gotta be you see a post like, look at the rapper, kill this flow, 15 fire emojis, when you look at the profile and it's just Dax posting himself in the third person. Literally ass, bro. Literally ass. Anyway, chat. W reactions. That Dax is forever going to be a burger. Real shit.